this third and final installment in our festival series. I dare say it's going to be the most fun and exciting episode of this series with our very precious guests here that I will introduce you shortly. Just a little information. We will proceed with 3 presentations by those 3 guests because their festivals are quite something, and we feel it's better to express the idea as a whole. And then we'll talk together, we'll exchange with you, we will exchange together, I'm sure. The first one will be in French, the other 2 in English, and the talk in English, so if you need translation, do take some earpieces there. This panel is called Outstanding Festivals, and we were thinking what makes a festival stand out. It could be the richest festival, or the one with the biggest lineup, or the one with whatever that's plus and plus and plus in very quantifiable elements. But for us, what stands out is more the experience. What we wanted to edit or to show is people and institutions who developed another experience of the festival for the festival goer and for the artist as well. The festival has been historically a bubble in time and space where people would meet, forget about everything else and be together, the sense of community. But now it seems this idea is not enough. At least it is not for those 3 persons who think that maybe we have to make it a bit harder or a bit more special, at least make people pay with their body a bit to really find this experience again. To talk about those 3 very special and outstanding festivals, I have next to me Anita Overelv from Trænafestivalen in Norway, north of Norway. Nicolas Cournoyer from Picnic Electronic and Igloo Fest in Montreal. And Rosen from Madeiradig Festival in Madeira in Portugal. We will start with Nicolas' presentation, so Nicolas, please have the floor.
Merci, je vais me lever, ça va? I would prefer to stand up. Les gens parlent davantage, ça va être en français, s'il y en a qui veulent la traduction, ça va, tout le monde comprend le français? Presque. Je vais essayer d'y aller, est-ce qu'on a un traducteur de français au français? Je vais essayer d'y aller avec un français international. Bonjour, mon nom est Nicolas Cournoyer, je suis directeur général pour Picnic électronique et Igloo Fest à Montréal, au Canada. Est-ce qu'il y en a parmi vous qui connaissent ou qui sont déjà venus à l'événement? Ah, on a un technicien de son, on a une 2e personne, une 3e. Ceux qui sont venus à Igloo Fest? Hein? Ok, on va essayer de vous faire découvrir cet événement-là. Dans un premier temps, on va vous montrer une petite vidéo, histoire c'est un time-lapse qui va permettre de visualiser ce que ça représente comme production, ce qu'on doit monter dans les conditions hivernales. Et ensuite de ça, je vous parle davantage de l'événement. Merci, ça m'a fait plaisir. Donc, ça vous donne une petite idée pour ceux qui sont jamais venus. Il fait ce produit dans un contexte qui est totalement, je veux dire, dépaysant pour bien des gens. Puis je pense qu'il y a beaucoup de personnes qui préfèrent justement venir véritablement vivre une expérience qui se démarque. Il faut juste partir de la petite présentation, s'il vous plaît. Il faut revenir au début. Et voilà. Donc, je sais que je suis avec des gens qui peut-être pensent que c'est de la réappropriation culturelle. La thématique l'année dernière pour notre campagne publicitaire, c'était les guerriers du froid. Et donc, on a utilisé, oui, le viking, on a utilisé le spartiate, un amérindien et aussi un ninja pour démontrer que pour faire face à cet événement-là, il faut vraiment embrasser, il faut avoir un esprit de groupe pour pouvoir affronter les conditions qui vont dans les moins 30 degrés. Donc, vous avez vu dans la vidéo, ça donne une petite idée de, oui, c'est un événement qui est en plein air au Vieux-Port de Montréal. C'était l'idée dès le début. Beaucoup de gens viennent, dansent et tout se passe évidemment en hiver par des températures pouvant aller de 0 degré à moins 30 degrés. Donc, peut-être vous faire un petit historique de l'événement. Bon, on a créé un événement qui s'appelle le pique-nique électronique, qui est à tous les dimanches de l'été au parc Jean-Drapeau. L'idée à l'époque, puis ça c'est il y a déjà 11 ans, ça va être notre 11e saison cette année. L'idée c'est de faire en sorte que les gens découvrent la musique électronique dans un autre contexte. On sait qu'il y a beaucoup de préjugés envers la musique électronique, en tout cas il y en avait à l'époque. Là je vous parle de fin des années 90, début des années 2000. Nous le boom électronique il est venu un peu plus tard que chez vous. Donc c'était là qu'il y a eu plein d'événements qui se sont produits, toujours un peu dans le même cadre. C'était des événements qui étaient nocturnes, donc des raves, des after hours, toujours associés au milieu de la drogue. Ce qu'on a voulu faire, c'est rendre cette musique-là accessible, la démocratiser, faire en sorte que les gens la découvrent, et donc en la mettant dans un contexte diurne, ça permettait aux gens de venir à l'événement. Donc on fait l'événement dans un parc en plein été. Ça se passe de 2h l'après-midi à 9h30 le soir, et on invite des DJ. Les premières années, évidemment, c'était des artistes locaux, mais par la suite, d'année en année, on a amené une programmation, on l'a bonifié, on a amené des artistes d'un peu partout dans le monde. Et donc, l'idée initiale, c'était justement de le rendre dans un contexte différent. On a vu qu'il y avait cette place-là qui était disponible à Montréal, d'avoir un événement en plein air. Oui, il y a des événements ponctuels qui se font, puis il y a plein de villes à travers le monde qui font des événements, mais avec une récurrence à toutes les semaines, ben ce n'est pas partout. On a vu qu'il y avait une bonne réponse, puis on a voulu faire en sorte, évidemment, de produire des événements à l'année dans d'autres contextes. Pour ceux qui connaissent les cabanes à sucre québécoises, le classique et le sirop d'érable, ben, on a fait ça quelques années. Mais pendant une réunion, à un certain moment donné, on s'est dit, bon, OK, pourquoi on ne ferait pas ça l'hiver? Puis, ben oui, ça se passe à l'extérieur, puis les gens s'habillent en habit de neige. Bon, à prime abord, l'idée un peu folle c'était plus de l'ordre de la blague. Puis ben, on s'est mis à y croire, puis on s'est dit, ben pourquoi pas? Pour ceux qui ne sont pas de pays nordiques, beaucoup de gens nous se plaignent de la température, il fait froid, on gèle, bon, les gens ne s'habillent pas convenablement. Nous, on s'est dit, ben, on va leur donner une raison d'aimer l'hiver, et c'était l'objectif d'Igloo Fest. Que cet événement-là devienne un classique hivernal, puis forcer les gens à justement aller contre nature et faire en sorte de profiter de l'hiver. C'est pas tout le monde qui aime les sports d'hiver, qui font de la planche ou quoi que ce soit, donc on s'est dit, c'était le défi. On voulait mettre la musique électronique encore de l'avant, la mettre dans un autre contexte, de faire en sorte que cette musique-là soit encore là exposée à des gens qui, naturellement, n'auraient pas tenté l'expérience. Et c'est comme ça qu'on a décidé de faire Igloo Fest. Donc, je vous disais, fin des années 90, début 2000, nous c'est le boom et en même temps l'implosion. On a voulu faire des événements qui se démarquaient et Igloo Fest était cette réponse-là. On a eu un ancêtre qui était le pique-nique électronique des neiges. qui lui a été créé après la suite à la deuxième saison du pique-nique électronique. Ça se faisait encore au parc Jean-Drapeau, donc sur une île en face de Montréal. Et déjà la première année, ça a eu un succès. Donc on a continué pour les autres années, pour la deuxième année, mais malheureusement, c'était dans un contexte qui n'était pas tout à fait approprié. Et on a été approché par les gens du Vieux-Port de Montréal pour faire l'événement qui est devenu Igloo Fest. Donc on est passé de la première édition où c'était un week-end de 2 jours. L'année suivante, comme la réponse était très bonne, on est passé à 2 week-ends, à 3 week-ends. Puis ensuite de ça, on a fait des week-ends de 3 jours. Et l'année dernière, on est passé à un 4e week-end de 3 jours. Donc, de la mi-janvier jusqu'à la mi-février, c'est 12 journées de programmation. Ça donne 12 soirées. Donc, on peut... vous allez voir l'évolution des visuels. En fait, l'idée, c'était... Quand on a eu l'idée, c'était de se dire, bon, ben OK, c'est un pari un peu fou. Comment on peut faire en sorte que l'événement se démarque? Et évidemment, bon, l'hiver est un facteur très important, mais on voulait que ce soit très participatif. Dès la première année du pique-nique électronique des neiges, on a fait un concours d'habits, une pièce d'habits de neige, d'habits d'hiver, les One Piece. Vous vous souvenez sûrement, parce que ça a été très à la mode en Europe, les One Piece vieux harnais, des habits de ski fluo avec des couleurs douteuses, un peu kitsch. Ben, nous, on s'est dit, on va ramener ça à l'avant-plan, on va faire un concours. Donc, ce que ça a fait, c'est que ce concours-là, on a invité les gens à aller fouiller dans les friperies, dans les garde-robes de grand-mère, grand-père, pour retrouver ces habits-là et en faire un concours. Et donc, celui qui a le plus beau, plus laid, kitsch, peu importe, gagne des prix. Donc, ce que ça a fait, c'est que rapidement, les gens, justement, ont trouvé des habits. Il y a d'ailleurs un marché noir qui se fait dans la région de Montréal de ces habits de pièces-là. Il faut aller de plus en plus en région pour en trouver parce qu'il n'en reste plus. Mais dans l'ambiance, c'est ce qui fait aussi la singularité de l'événement. Il y a ce côté-là très ludique, très enfantin. Avec le temps, avec l'âge, on devient un petit peu plus confortable, casanier. Donc, ce qu'on fait, c'est qu'on amène les gens à retomber en enfance. Parce que c'est carrément ça. Bon, c'est pas tout le monde qui a la même fête, mais l'Halloween, moment de l'année, à l'automne, pour se déguiser tout au long d'une soirée, ben, l'Igloo Fest, c'est devenu un peu ça. Les gens se déguisent. Les gens portent des habits fluo. Maintenant, les gens portent, des fois, c'est seulement les articles, des lunettes, des perruques colorées. Il y a des gens qui se déguisent en mascotte. On a eu les Teletubbies, on a les bonhommes Lego. Il y a des gens qui se déguisent en ours, peu importe. Fait que, il y a vraiment une folie qui s'installe. Et c'est ce qui fait la magie de l'événement. Oui, on a eu l'audace de le faire en plein hiver. Oui, on a eu le gosse de pouvoir réaliser cet événement-là, mais ça ne se passerait pas si ce n'était pas du public. Et, je veux dire, c'est une des forces, c'est ce qui fait que l'ambiance est contagieuse, qui est justement bon enfant, elle est très festive, on s'entend, mais c'est ça, c'est cette chimie-là qui s'installe, qui fait en sorte que ça devient un événement qui est plus grand que nature. Je veux pas, l'exotisme, on pense tout souvent que c'est des pays chauds et tout, ben, l'exotisme en hiver, ça existe. On est de plus en plus, on est rendu une clientèle, je pense, à 20% de gens qui viennent de tous les pays, là, je veux dire autant d'Europe, oui, des États-Unis, d'Amérique du Sud, pour vivre cette expérience-là. C'est quand même contre nature. Se retrouver, en plein air, danser sur de la musique électronique en habit de neige, il y a un côté très social qui est très important pour nous, parce que, ben, vous savez, dans certains événements, on se retrouve associés, en fait, souvent les événements ont une tendance marquée pour un style de gens, pour une catégorie d'âge. Nous, on a vraiment un public très large, de 18 à 35 ans, même 40 ans. Mes beaux-parents qui ont 55 ans viennent chaque année. Et l'avantage, c'est qu'au lieu d'être ostracisés par un style, il y a des événements qui vont être principalement gays, qui vont être associés à un style. On sait que les hipsters, c'est très, très à la mode. L'hiver, c'est quand même, il y a une homogénéité parce que tout le monde peut venir. On sait très bien qu'avec une tuque et un foulard, on a tous l'air un peu con, mais ça a du bon. Parce que, veut pas, ça favorise les interactions sociales. C'est vrai qu'on peut avoir des surprises en fin de soirée, mais la drague, le rapport de la drague, le rapport humain est très différent. Le rapport des styles, donc on ne s'arrête pas à se dire, bon, ben Kim, j'ai goût de, tu sais, je vois une gentille demoiselle ou un beau monsieur, et de m'arrêter au fait qu'elle a un style qui n'est pas le mien. Donc, ça l'aide dans les rapports sociaux. Le fait d'être tout le monde en train de combattre les éléments. Hein, pour retrouver, là, il fait pour moins 25, là, peu importe qui tu es, d'où tu viens, tu te dis, c'est comme, pourquoi je suis sorti à ce soir? Pourquoi je suis venu danser à des températures extrêmes? Bien, justement, pour ce plaisir-là, pour le fait de partager ce moment-là, les gens vont s'en souvenir. C'est arrivé, nous, on a eu un des pires hivers au niveau des températures cette année, mais ça ne s'empêche pas. Je vous donne l'exemple l'année passée avec Sébastien Léger. On était à moins 25 degrés, il y avait 10 000 personnes qui dansaient. Fait que donc, je veux dire, les gens ne s'arrêtent plus. Bon, c'est clair qu'un jeudi soir, il fait moins 25, moi-même je resterai chez moi, là. Mais on est quand même capable, dans les soirées, d'avoir entre 5 000 et 10 000, 11 000 personnes qui viennent danser au son de la musique électronique. Fait donc, l'autre chose aussi qui était importante pour nous, c'était c'est pas un spectacle de musique. Okay? Parce que, ben oui, la musique, c'est quand même l'épicentre de l'événement, mais nous, c'est vraiment l'expérience immersive, sociale, qui a un côté quand même edgy pour la norme, parce que, bon, c'est pas tout le monde qui va aller dans un événement de musique électronique, mais il fallait que cette expérience-là attire. L'ambiance attire les gens, la fête, parce que ça fait, on ne se fait pas de cachette, ça fait la fête. Les gens se déguisent, on boit des petits alcools de circonstance, du vin chaud, un petit caribou, on se réchauffe de toutes les manières. Et donc, il fallait quand même que cette expérience-là soit globale et non juste un spectacle que les gens viennent. De sorte qu'on a une scène principale qui peut accueillir jusqu'à 5-6 000 personnes à danser en même temps, mais les gens vont se promener parce qu'il y a diverses ambiances. Il y a une deuxième scène qui est un dôme, qui va avoir à peu près 200 personnes où les gens vont venir écouter des artistes locaux. Il y a une place intérieure parce que c'est pas tout le monde qui peut survivre dans le froid très longtemps. On met des braseros avec des guimauves. Donc on essaie qu'il y ait un côté animation. Et là où je pense qu'on se démarque, c'est le village d'igloo. Village d'igloo, on ne fait pas des vrais igloos, c'est plus au sens graphique du terme. Mais on intègre dans le village d'igloo nos commandites. Et donc, c'est pas juste la commandite où on fait l'échantillonnage, qu'on fait juste vendre des produits ou quoi que ce soit. On essaie d'intégrer les commanditaires d'une façon où ils vont participer à l'expérience. Et donc, dans ce qu'ils veulent faire, ben, je veux dire, on essaie de trouver des thématiques qui, oui, sont liées à l'hiver, mais des fois pas nécessairement, des trucs interactifs, autant technologiques. On avait cette année un mini-jeu de curling, un mini-curling. Donc, on fait en sorte qu'il y a d'autres occasions pour les gens de s'amuser. Et comme je vous l'expliquais, pour nous, le côté très festif, interactif, convivial l'était. Et à travers ces activités-là, ben, les gens se confrontent. Aussi simple que le souk à la corde. Hein, on se souvient, le souk à la corde, ça prend une corde, 2 équipes, on tire. C'est complètement, je dirais, minimal comme expérience, mais ça fonctionne dans un contexte hivernal où les gens retombent en enfance. Fait que donc, au niveau des assistances, je vous expliquais là, que ça avait commencé avec 2 soirées, 2 week-ends, 3 week-ends, de 3 jours, de 4 jours, 5 jours. On est passé en 2007, 4 000 personnes à 73 000 l'année passée sur 12 soirées. Vous verrez que l'augmentation n'a pas été très grande entre 2012 et 2013, mais le froid, je vous disais que c'était un hiver exceptionnel, ça a eu une certaine incidence, mais quand même, on est capable maintenant de déplacer 73 000 personnes de Montréal, des environs, d'ailleurs, pour venir danser en plein hiver dans un contexte qui est complètement fou. Fait que donc, en ce sens, on a réussi notre pari. C'était un objectif qui était quand même un peu fou à prime abord, mais il est plus rare d'entendre parler des gens dire « Hey, j'ai hâte à l'hiver parce qu'il y a Igloo Fest ». Ça, c'est dans les fiertés qu'on a, c'en est vraiment une. Puis ben, on veut continuer à pousser de plus en plus. C'est facile de tenir les choses pour acquises, mais nous, on fait des événements qui sont extérieurs à l'année, autant pique-nique qu'Igloo Fest. Il y a souvent des risques, j'ai plus de cheveux parce que j'ai trop regardé la météo. Vous êtes chanceux d'ailleurs aux nuits sonores pour ça, parce que c'est des espaces qui sont clos et couverts, ou même dans la verrière pour les substances. Substantielles. Je l'ai dénaturé depuis 2 jours, c'est terrible. Fait donc, oui, donc, on est content d'avoir beaucoup de monde. Fait donc, juste des petites statistiques pour imager. ben, c'est 3 millions de budget total, c'est 71 DJ, 122 heures de musique pendant toutes ces soirées-là. Fait que nous, on enregistre, on fait des podcasts, on rend ça accessible. Il y a un côté très interactif aussi sur le site. C'est 65 tonnes de glace, parce que ben, il y a des barres en glace, il y a des structures, il y en a pour les exploitations de commandites. On essaie d'animer puis de rendre le site accueillant. C'est 370 employés, parce que on sous-traite rien. Toutes les personnes que l'on engage, ce sont nos employés. Fait que donc, autant la sécurité à l'accueil pour les bars, pour le montage, des montages, dont on s'occupe vraiment. Puis, on a travaillé beaucoup dans les dernières années sur ces gens-là, sur la philosophie d'entreprise, pour que, contrairement des fois à certains événements, la sécurité peut être un peu rude. Nous, on veut qu'il y ait un côté très accueillant. Fait que donc, oui, un côté service à la clientèle, mais pas dans le sens de « Ah oui, on fait toutes des bassesses », mais ça participe à l'ambiance de l'événement. Puis on a des journalistes qui viennent un peu partout dans le monde. On est couvert dans des pays qu'on pensait jamais être couverts. Je vous disais, le volet communication est très important pour nous, parce que, veut pas, on a au fil des ans développé une communauté, des gens qui sont très participatifs. On a éliminé beaucoup de la publicité imprimée, parce qu'on sait que via les réseaux sociaux, Twitter, Facebook, le site Internet, il y a beaucoup d'activités qui se passent là. Puis on a même, on le voit un peu mal, mais on a un mur Twitter sur la scène, c'est-à-dire sur le plancher de danse que les gens utilisent live. Évidemment, on a un modérateur, mais donc, dans le côté participatif, inclusif des gens, ça fait partie de l'expérience globale.
Merci, thank you. I think so you have this really cold image imprinted in your head. It's very nice, we'll save it for later. We will warm up a bit the atmosphere, but not too much, because now we travel north of Europe, for us, beyond the Baltic Circle, in a place that's very welcoming, but not necessarily because of the weather. And I invite Anita to present a bit Trænafestivalen.
Thank you. Don't know about the weather, because everybody says, oh, you're so lucky, it's always good weather on Træna. Good people, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for inviting me first. I've been to France, so this is my first time. I'm very glad. I ate pig's ass last night, but it was special. I heard it was a local specialty, so very nice, thank you for that. Anyway, it was very lovely. Trænafestivalen it's located 65 kilometers from the mainland, on an island on the Arctic Circle, I'm sorry. So we're fortunate enough to have the midnight sun. And if you don't know what that is sun 24 hours a day, so you can't get any sleep. Even but it charges your batteries, so it's very, it's powerful. It gives you good energy. I wanted to show you a film, because I'm a lazy Norwegian with too much oil money, so I don't have to work so hard. So this is a film done in 2011, and it says more than me talking blah blah blah. So enjoy, and I will specify for you afterwards in 5 minutes. It's 10 minutes of good feelings.
år siden at det skulle bli så internasjonalt. Så jeg synes det er stort.
Smoked salmon, local goat cheese, croutons, marinated seal, and grilled leeks, creme fraiche. Enjoy.
Må de ikke bestemme seg når det er både Michael Jackson og Jolene, og da blir jeg veldig, veldig stresset. For jeg liker begge to så det. Jeg liker begge dere så godt. Så gir det seg med en gang, før man har kommet til refrenget, at han er hele koreografien nå.
Superhemmelig faktisk konsert i Kirkehelleren, som er helt privat, kun for oss. Her er gutta.
Hello! Midnight Sun, yeah, the best. Not far from paradise.
La
Det var litt av en festival. Den går inn i historien. Og tenk til så mye folk som det var. Det forteller at det har gått på land ca. 5000. Så mye folk. Så tror jeg ikke politiet har krøkt en finger for uroligheter. Alle var bare fornøyd i humør. Ha det riktig bra. Fortsatt god festival. Den tar ikke slutt for i morgen tidlig. Regner med.
Bad karma with the technical issues. I have to walk. I have 5 minutes now. 10. I have 10 minutes to speak. So this was it was not just because it was Manfred Schau on the film. It just struck me that he's more popular in Norway than he is in France. So this is the festival. Far out in the sea. It's been there for 10 years. We had 10 years anniversary last year. And we sell like 2,000 tickets. I live on the island, or I'm forced to live on the island, because they said, if you want the job, you have to move here. So I did. Me and my husband. He's an artist, and now, of course, if you want to be a man on Trænafestivalen, you have to buy yourself a fishing boat. So he did. So now he's a fishing artist, or something like that. Anyway, my story is, the festival is like, I'm one of the fortunate people in the world, because I've actually been a volunteer guest on my own festival before attending head of management. In 2005, I was there, and my friend said, you have to come, this is the best festival in the world. I said, yeah, right. And out you go with the boat, 3 hours from Bodø. It's the nearest city. It doesn't say anything to you, but it's the second largest city in northern Norway. 3 hours straight out in the sea, and you come there to this amazing island. And I was attending as a volunteer, doing lots of stuff. And on Sunday, we had this after party, all us volunteers. And I was sitting down by the sea. Yeah, maybe I had a few drinks. But anyway, I was sitting there just watching the midnight sun, like in 4 o'clock in the morning, and it doesn't actually go under the sea, so it's rather amazing. And I thought, this is fucking happiness. I feel happy. I want to be the woman who sits down here forever. And people, you care for what you wish for, because now I am her. I bought my house on Trænafestivalen, and I'm head of managing this festival, as you saw. We have I have this philosophy. A festival is a lifestyle for a moment. We can create a world for you that you want to attend for a moment. You don't want to be there forever, because then also the festival will be boring and annoying, and the neighbor who's close to you in the tent will actually be your worst enemy. But when this lifestyle for a moment, for 3 days up in the north in the midnight sun with the seagulls, and the only thing you can eat in Træna is seafood. So we have seal. I know it has fur, but it's from the sea, so it's close to fish. And we have whale, and I know especially the Germans are not too fond of us eating whale, but it's for research only. Promise you. It's rather good, actually. But we are going to be the best festival in the world for seafood, and we are. And it's the midnight sun takes it away, the location takes it away, so we got something for free. But how does Europe know about our festival? We have this not a strategy, but we had some luck. Because somebody knows somebody, and then somebody told somebody, and then we had these journalists from France, Germany, England, Russia, Finland, and they all come to be culture, music journalists, and they write like 4 pages about how nice and beautiful and the midnight sun and the whale, and maybe 3-4 sentences about the music, which is not that interesting. But the whale is, in Germany, especially the Spiegels, I think they call us barbarians. But, well, who's the barbarian? Anyway, I think when you come to a place where everybody puts their heart into it, we have 500 people living on Træna all year long, and we have to take boat to and for the mainland if we are going to visit France, for example, for instance. And sometimes in December or November the boat doesn't go, because if the waves are more than 4 meters, there's some security, blah blah blah, and it won't go. So then you're stuck, but then you have another day. You have this day you didn't think you had. So it's rather good. When the boat doesn't leave the island, I get an extra day. So I have 375 days a year, and you only have 365. So I'm lucky. But in the festival, it increase from 500 to 4,000, maybe 5,000. We're not quite sure, because we have lots of free riders. People come in their own boats, and we don't count the heads. But we only know the tickets we sell, and we have like 500-600 volunteers coming to the festival. This year I know we have like 60-70 from all of Europe. And then I thought, you're coming from south of France to work for free at my festival for 3 days, and I'll give you 2 meals and a ticket? I love you people. Last year we had this guy from Switzerland, and he had hitchhiked from Zurich to Træna to volunteer for a week. He actually came 4 days before the festival, and he told me it was the best time of his life. So volunteer works. Volunteer work works. And now I'm way beyond my time, I guess.
You have a little more.
Oh, I have a little more.
But it's up to you.
I don't think it's... I feel that the film maybe told you the woman who said, the old woman in her garden with the kid and the dog, it's not that they have to love the festival, the locals, but they should. And they know that without the festival, it will be 365 very dull days on Trænafestivalen, because everybody's preparing, and we give them a small flag that says, "Welcome to the people of the sea." In Norwegian it's "Welcome to havfolket." Everybody attending Trænafestivalen is a part of havfolket, people of the sea. And everybody's put up these small flags, like 100 flags, during the festival period. But I also want to tell you, because I hate the feel-good shit. And we are the most feel-good festival in the world, maybe. So, I want to give you this. And I will just tell you why I hate it, but why we should be aware. Just pass it around. Because the picture you see in front, it says Trænafestivalen, and the date, because we're sold out, so you can't buy tickets. We're sold out before we launched the artists, and then I think, there's something happening here. We did that last year for the first time, and it tear down all my plans. I had this promo plan, how I'm going to sell the festival, and now when we sold out, what am I supposed to do? I have to rearrange all my head. And I thought, what is it with people coming far out in the fucking sea? For what? They don't know what I'm going to present. And then we are changing the design and the profile of the festival. Not the contents, contents, and the feeling and the heart, but just a warning. The picture you see in front, he's from the depths of the sea. He's a warning. Because our story is now, we dug it up from in the mountains. If you fold it out, you can see our goddess. The mountain's called Sanna. She's a goddess who turned herself and all the trolls, you know about the trolls, and the magic people, into stone, because it was the fight against the good and the bad. And Sanna turned them into stone because she tear up the sun, the midnight sun. This is our story. We just found it out. But anyway, it's a good story. So now we have to prevent the death to come back and to haunt us and to tear us apart by celebrating the midnight sun once a year on Trænafestivalen. There has to be at least 2,000 people every year coming to give this sacrifice to our goddess Sanna. That's our profile and that's our message to the world. Be good, be loved, and love.
And come to Trænafestivalen. Thank you, Anita. Who doesn't want to go there now? Jetzt haben wir, now it's time for Rosen to present us the third outstanding festival. Maybe not the biggest one, but...
No, actually it's not a festival. Maybe I'm the only one who presented not a festival because it's too small, just for 150 people. So it's the same with your festival, it's always sold out. And we have also very good seafood because we are in the middle of the Atlantic. So maybe you have to try our great banana fish. We have a lot of bananas.
I will come this year.
Okay, good. So no pig's ass, just banana fish. Yeah, it's funny because usually I tell this story almost every week in front of a bar, and it's much more easy when you are drunk. So I would say we created a festival for people that don't like festivals. So I don't like festivals because I feeling not really good when I'm on places with more than 300 people, for example, and I'm feeling not good if I'm going out and have a party and then coming back and have to stay in the tent. Or so I like hospitality. I like great hospitality. So this is the direction where I come from. And Madeira is actually, it's an island, almost 1,000 kilometers away from the mainland, from Portugal. It's in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. It's called the Flower Island or the Floating Garden. So it's they never have contact with the mainland. It's a volcanic island, so it's very, very beautiful. It's always spring, so it's always around between 20 and 25 degrees. So the festival happens in December. There are a couple of reasons why it happens in December. One of the reasons, it's in whole Europe, it's very cold. It's winter time. And then you can imagine, so you get into the airplane. In London, for example, it's minus 10, 15 degrees, and 4 hours later you get out, and then it's 25 degrees plus. So it's quite special, especially when you are in London or when you are in Berlin, where you have a very long winter. So, and then somebody will pick you up from the airport and you go to a little abandoned village, maybe 45 minutes away from the main town, from the capital. And all the people, all of these 150 people staying in this little abandoned village together. And on this village there is a hotel. It's a design hotel. It's a very special hotel. So every year this hotel is voted to one of the best hotels in Europe in this category. So I think last year it was from the Geo magazine, the 3rd place. So it's a really unique, really special hotel. So you go in this little village and you just see a you don't see the hotel, you just see a concrete wall, and you go in the concrete wall and the elevator picks you up and then you come out on top of the cliff. And there is the hotel, so it looks surreal, it looks like a James Bond movie. So, and yeah, 150 people, they're coming from around the world. There are a lot of people, they are coming from the music industry. So people, they are working with musicians, people, they are having big record labels, people, they are booking for the big clubs around the world. So a lot of people there see already everybody there comes up or they are on big festivals around the world. So we don't need any big stars or any big people for our lineup, because all the people they are joining us, they know already the big people. So for example, we have one of the most famous journalists in Germany. He's very involved in pop music and in electronic music in Berlin. Or we have the booker of the Berghain, the most biggest club in Berlin. So they are coming to us. Or the woman behind the Donau Festival. So the Donau Festival have more artists than we have audience. So it's really crazy. So and they're coming out to us, and our approach is to impress them, okay? To show them things that didn't know about that. Yeah? And yeah, this is almost a dream job, to not to try to get the big names. Of course we had the big names in our kind of music field, but we don't need it anymore. So we try to find out about people, they are so good, they are having our quality level, but they are not so well known. And yeah, if someone who is really involved in music comes to me after a concert and says, hey, how do you find that guy? Unbelievable, I never saw that before. And even in times of the internet, so you're getting every day 50 emails from booking agents. So, and this is our approach to showing really, really special music. And yeah, actually our kind of festival, it's the music part is very important, not the party part. So that means not we have not fun at the island. We have fun, we have a lot of fun. But the music thing, so I would say it's difficult when you say electronic music or digital music. So everything is nowadays electronic music. It could be, I don't know, what is the name again of this guy, Tiesto, or this, almost everything. So what we have, it's difficult to explain. We have a kind of avant-garde music, or let's call it extreme music, noise music, or a lot of music that try to have an approach of the academic field to find out about music or researching music. We have also a lot of ambient music, classical music, but all of what that connects them, it's a really high quality level. So nothing, so you can never say after one of the concerts it was stupid. You can say I don't like it, you can say maybe I don't understand it, but you cannot say it was not good, because it's always good what we show them. We show the audience. I will say that. Okay, I have to talk about the pictures. Can you start the pictures? So we don't have a video, because we are poor. We put all the money in our festival, in the great hospitality. So the hospitality aspect is a very important thing for us. Can you show the first picture again? Okay. Yeah, this one. So we're having this beautiful hotel. This is, for example, the restaurant. So every last night on the festival we were DJing there. So no tables, Abriss party, a lot of alcohol until 6 o'clock in the morning. So at 6 o'clock the first people coming to having breakfast, we stay there making party. So it's a really beautiful place. So, and this is the cliff. So you see the whole hotel thing. Maybe, can we change so I can talk from there and I can use the computer? It's good. So this is the view from the art venue. This is the bridge between the reception and the bungalows where the people are staying. Here we have the view from the hotel. On the other side you have the old cinema. So we started last year with a cinema festival. After the music festival, here you have the beautiful Madeiradig mountains. Here you have the rainforest. Our quite beautiful swimming pool. It's cold. Here we have another picture about the rainforest. The view from my room last year. So we also have, we don't have a midnight sun, but it goes down, which is also beautiful.
You're stealing my midnight sun?
No, I'm not stealing your midnight sun. This is the old cinema. So after the music festival, there is 2 days off, and we started with a film festival. Same approach, challenging, serious movies in the oldest cinema on the island. Almost 100 years old, built 1933 in the Art Deco style, empty since 50 years, also built into the cliff. So when you sit into the cinema and the movies comes to a silent part, you listen to the ocean. If you open the windows, you see the moon during the film. It's really, really beautiful. And it's very old and not renovated. So this is the art venue where we show the music. So it's no open air. We have a special room with one of the best sound systems maybe in Portugal. And yeah, it's also a really special building. And here you have an artist picture, another artist picture. This is, by the way, Lee Ronaldo from Sonic Youth. So we have a lot of people there asking us, hey, of course my music don't fit, but I would like to play. And I'm starting now to making not more pop or rock music, so I'm having different approach. So he was asking us, hey, I would like to show my new music to our little audience. So this is my favorite part of the hotel. It's the latest part of the cliff. So we have the after show party there, for example, or just to hanging around. This is again the art venue. It's really, really beautiful. This is the concert venue, so the people sit down, it's dark, it's so loud, so it's a really good music quality. It's so loud nobody can talk, which is good. So you have to listen to music or you have to go out. Art venue, so this is the cliff. This is what you see when you are in the little village and it's dark, so this is the hotel. Again, my swimming pool. This is the after show venue, so we have the first evening, it's there, so it's in the cliff, it's 80 meters over the sea level. A room, this is the Levadas, so the island is very special, so to have a lot of old rainforests. We're having these levadas. This is unique in the whole world. There are water sinks over 2,000 kilometers through the island to making the island. How do you say that? To build to.
Irrigate.
Yeah, you irrigate. Yeah, right. So we have, for example, every year we're having a walking trip with all the artists. Almost everybody is attending. So you see around 100, 150 people go in the bus, and we drive them to the mountains. They go out, and then we have a 6 or 7 hours hiking trip, which is very special because you not see famous musicians with the audience together going to a hiking trip. So I think this is the last picture. The bridge between the reception and the bungalows. Yeah. How much time I have left? Or it's already.
You have 8 minutes.
Ah, okay. So I'm talking quite fast. Not so many things I have to tell. So the thing is, what is very special, that everybody stays in the same little village. You have the connection between the artists and the musicians. So when the journalist asking me how I can meet the musicians, or how where is the point where you have the press material, I will tell them we don't have this place. Just go in front of the bar. Everybody is here in this hotel. So it's quite easy to get in touch with everybody, and of course after 2 or 3 days it gets a kind of community thing. It sounds cheesy, but it's like that. So everybody gets in contact with everybody, and then you have everybody become friends, especially after I drink a lot, and then it's a really nice atmosphere. It's difficult to explain, but
do you have Madeiradig babies?
Huh? Yeah, we have already 2 ones. Yeah.
Also do a trainer. Don't give statistics. So maybe we move out to the next stage.
Yeah.
And so we can free everybody, so we can also do some festival link. What amazes me is you're a bit of a bunch of sadists. It's pretty obvious. It's, you know, The Shining and Shutter Island and Ice Prison. What makes me, and probably most of the people here, and we are not masochists, what makes us want to go and want to come visit you? What is this thing, this adventure that you are selling us, that makes us do something that's totally against all reasonable thinking, in a way?
Because people like hard. Easy is out, small is the new big, and I think, especially, my festival is expensive. Not the festival in itself, but to come to Norway is expensive. So you have to achieve it, and I think we don't use, we haven't in my time used any money on advertising. So this word by mouth, this talk, people trust each other. If you have a friend, you trust him or her. And when your friend says, Træna is the most fucking best festival I've been in my life, you believe your friend and you want to go there. That's why they come to my place, I think. And as I told you, I've been a guest on my own festival, and I know that it's good. In my heart, I know I'm right when I say this is the best festival in the world. Because I felt it in my heart. My heart was crying of joy.
Okay, what was the question again? Sorry. Why the people coming to us?
Yeah.
It's okay, but it's not difficulty. So it's quite easy. So compared to your festival, my festival is quite cheap. It is. So we offer hotel rooms, or maybe that I forget in my first presentation. So Madeira is very crowded and very well known during the whole year, but there are only 2 weeks, nobody is there. And that are the 2 weeks where my festival is happening. So that means it's low season. Nobody is there, and I can offer our guests unique prices. So you saw the hotel already, so it's a really beautiful hotel. It's a really great hospitality concept. So a hotel in this standard you will pay in Paris or here in Lyon maybe around 100 euro per night. I can offer the people 100 euro in a double room for 5 nights. So this is really special. And I think after 3 months of darkness, go in the airplane, come out in Madeira and having sun, 25 degrees, good food, good hotel, good people, 150 people, no rubbish, no tents, good hotel rooms. I think there's, yeah, and of course this high art.
Yeah, don't forget the art.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, but this is the most important thing. But this is difficult to explain, so it's better to come over and listen. I'm quite sure also you are really involved in music, so we met in Berlin. So I'm quite sure 50% of the music I will show you never heard before.
I hope so. Any less than that I'll be disappointed. Any less than that I will be disappointed.
It all depends on what's the experience you want to live, and I think 3 are different kinds. So at some point, people take vacations and they're just wondering, okay, what I want, some sun and coldness at 25 degrees, which is not winter. Sorry. If you want to go with something a bit more grounded, peaceful, I would love to go to your festival. That's my kind of stuff as well. Even though I'm working in on pretty hectic festivals, but it all depends on what you're looking for. And the thing is that these 3 options give you something different. And I think nowadays there's a lot more people traveling. As the last 30 years, I would say the whole thing changed, and people travels and wants to see different things and live something with extreme weather or music or else. So people come for the experience. So, and that's why it all depends on what you're expecting.
Is it also a selling point to your artists? I mean, I can pretty imagine for Trænafestivalen and for Madeira, it's pretty obvious the added value. But for an artist, for a DJ to be standing out in the cold with 1,000-kilometer wind,
we do have artists that don't want to come. Second, they hate winter, they hate coldness, and they don't want to come to the festival. So it happens with some good artists that we wanted to bring. But for the people, the first few years, it was just going beyond the expectations. We had some people from England coming. I remember an artist coming. It was minus 20, 25, and there was still 2,000 people dancing in front of the stage, saying they're crazy. And that's part of the experience. And the word of mouth worked really well. And now it's easy for us to do the booking because it's something different. Electronic music DJs, there are so many, but there are so many events and there are so many clubs they're playing in. So it changed a bit on their routine. And of course, to see sometimes some nights with 10,000 people just jumping around on the dance floor by a beautiful night, snowy nights, it's cool.
And do they mix with glass?
Yeah, some nights. Of course, we heat the stage. But some nights they're too cold, so what they do is they pick up gloves. We just cut the top in order to be able to go with the bombs.
Blue fingers.
Yeah.
Blue man groups.
Yeah.
Kind of
but
thing.
no one got amputated, so
far. And for you, the audience, people react against the cold by going out. I feel the same sometimes in Berlin. You know, when the winter is soft, the parties are not so good. We don't go outside, or rarely, but we always have this feeling when you have to fight. Then you have to, do I go to the concert? Do I go to the club? Do I even go to the restaurant? No, and if you brave the elements, and these elements could be the sea or the very terrible looking landing strip in Funchal, that it's better. It's almost like a release of sexual energy. You break the elements and you're here and the others did the same, and there's a togetherness that becomes rarer, I think.
Yeah, of course we're a bit larger, so it just amplifies the feeling for people who comes and just experience that. And like I said, when it's really cold and you're dancing with the people, there's more interactive relation with the people, even though you don't know the people, so you're all there. Of course, alcohol helps as well, but you need to dance, you need to move because it's too cold. But that's part, I would say, the chemistry with the people and between the people and the artists, and that that complicity in between the two makes the event, and that's why people loves it. Even though I think 10,000 people seems like it's big, we have the place to put twice the amount of people, and even though it's a bit tough to figure it out, but it's still intimate because there's different zones. You can just walk, go in place where you'll be talking and chilling, and sometimes you dance.
It's like here.
Yeah.
This festival.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good example. You could put in the warehouse way much more people, but at some point you would ruin the experience, and that's what we're thinking. We had to put more space because it got more popular year and after year, so the surface has been bigger and bigger. But at some point, even though we're 10,000, we think that the experience, we don't want to have too many people because people will just leave with a bad experience and not come again.
Okay, and you sold the festival with booze, you sold the festival with booze. Do you booze in yours? Drink alcohol? Is it a big factor?
No, we are, very close to our goddess, Of course we drink. There's no fun without drinking. Everybody who says that is either very Christian or a liar. That's my thing. But anyway, we have 15 years of age of our festival. And in Norway you have to be 18 to drink. So we actually have a contradiction, is that what we call it? Yeah? And we have to take care of the kids. But it's important because we are living on this small island and we have lots of kids in Créant. So they have to also could attend the festival and have a good experience. So that's why alcohol is important for the income of the festival, but it's also a no-no for like 200 people attending the festival because they can't drink. And we say, yeah, come to Trænafestivalen, it's very nice, be a volunteer, start your festival life in Trænafestivalen, but don't drink. But you have to drink a lot, because I need the money. You say to the mom, who's also attending, actually.
The parents drink and the kids drive them home. Push them to the tents.
Yeah, you saw a kid in the film who said, baggage carry 50 crowns, 50 Norwegian crowns. Actually, the kids came up with this themselves. It's like young entrepreneurs. They thought, here's some people who don't know shit about Trænafestivalen. I'm going to screw them for some money. So they get these wagons and said to the people who came from the boats, well, you have to go to the camp, and oh, it's far away, but I can drive you. But you have to pay me 50, or somebody take actually 200 Norwegian crowns. That's, I don't know what that is in euro, that's like 30, 40, yeah? Norwegians, nod, shake head. 25? Yeah, lots of money. Just to carry, and it's 500 meters from the pier to the camp. So the kids are really earning money, and now they are so cute. Everybody thinks they are so sweet. So they have to experience this. So they actually pay, even though they are being ripped off, and they know it. So it's a really good finance, I don't remember the word, so never mind. But it's a good idea, and it's working for the kids. Now they can buy computers, telephones, bicycles, It's their it's their work.
Question for both of you. I know that you don't want to, I would say, put away the spirit around it, but at some point you've been sold out. You never thought of maybe going bigger?
Did you hear me? I said small.
Yeah, but small, a definition of small can be different from a person to another. You could have 250 instead of 150.
That would be so cool, would it?
I can be friends with 250 people in a night, yeah.
So I would say if we would have more than 150 or 200 people, so for example 2 years ago, we had more people that fits in our 3 hotels in the little abandoned village. So we have to put the people on another little village. And that was a completely different experience. The people is completely different. They don't enjoy the whole thing. They don't come. When you go out from the room, everybody is there. Everybody you will see people usually you know from art magazine or from music magazine. They're just in this little village. So and it's really special. And this is part of the concept.
So it's more the prisoner and it's less shining.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say. One of the questions last year at the Popcorn was how you see your festival in 5 years, and everybody was talking about figures. And I say the same size like it is. Maybe it would be cool to find another very special place to making the same concept there, but I think over 150 people is not good anymore, even for me, but it's hard for me to drink with everybody, with 150 people, to have with everybody a good talk, okay, eat with everybody, so 150 is the limit.
On the same question, the idea is not to compare with Coachella, but what they did instead of, that's a way bigger festival, but they decide to have 2 weekends instead of only one with the same artist. So if you don't want to do it with more people because you'll kill the spirit, you can twice the spirit.
Yeah, and we have thought about that one as well. 3 weekends actually. But you will kill the magic because the magic is from the inside. It was a good idea. In 2003, so 3 people came up with a good idea. Let's have a party. It's boring out here, so let's have a party. And we tried to sell 500 tickets. Well, there came 1,000, and they would run out for food and drinks and everything. But everybody was happy, and it was a huge energy kick for the locals. And there you go again with the locals. If I say to my neighbors on the island, yeah, let's do this 3 weekends in this month, they're going to kill me, you know? Because they love the festival, because they have to. There's no, there's 1 weekend, 3 days. And it's just about enough. Because all of the 4,000 people who attend the island, the guests, it's included the artists, the volunteers, the accreditations, the press, everything. And are going home, and everybody wants to go home on Sunday at 9 o'clock with the first boat. So there's 2,000 people. The other two, no, just a half of them are going home at 9. The other half wants to go home at 10. Anyway, there's 2,000 people standing crying on the pier, on the quay, Sunday morning, because they haven't slept for 4 days, because the midnight sun has kept them awake and provided them energy, but now they are exhausted. It's like taking out the air of a balloon. And maybe they have done things with somebody they actually shouldn't. And you know, festival, what happens in Trænafestivalen stays with you forever, we say. So
what happens on the island stay on the island.
Yeah, also. Yeah, now you have Twitter and Facebook. We don't like that. We don't like that at all. Because we have midnight sun, you know, so it's not, you can't do it in the dark. It's always bright.
But it's pretty clear that you don't need Twitter and Facebook, and neither do you. You a bit more, but still now it's a rendezvous. Don't really depend on social media, just depend on people.
For us, it still do, because as we had a 4th weekend, we still have room to welcome people. The year before, we got 70,000 on the possible 90,000. So it was really close, and we know that Thursdays sometimes are quieter. So by adding a weekend there's still some promotion to do and people to bring it back, instead of just doing one weekend with 20 and 30,000 people per night. I don't know if we would have succeeded, but the thing is that we wanted to have multiple dates instead of just less dates with bigger venue.
I would like to say something about the exhausting thing. After 4 days of not sleeping, I could imagine that it's beautiful, of course. So, but we have a lot of our guests, for example. So I think we have not so many kids, so our average is a little bit higher. I think 30 maybe, or something like that. So there are a lot of people. You can imagine the guy, he's in charge of the Bergheim. He don't want to come to Madeira and have to be party 4 days in a row. So he coming to enjoy the good weather, the good people, the good talks, the good food. And we have only 2 performances every night, which is, we don't have 150 bands at the same time. So that means the bus is coming, drive you to the beautiful art venue. You see 45 minutes each concert, which is enough for me. So if you, sometimes it's really hard to get the people in, and it's also, it's an adventure for a lot of people. They never get in touch with this kind of sound art. So it's enough with 45 minutes, break, another concert, after show, that's all. So after 4 or 5 days, I think you are exhausted, but you had a good vacation.
Yeah, but I even think you could find a second fantastic island or secret place or beautiful. You can find it exists, I'm sure. You can find something fantastic.
Yeah.
But will you be able to get everybody to join a second time if you do it, I don't know, in August in Patagonia?
Good question. Also what you say with the more weekends. I think there are for a lot of people, they are the highlight of the year. So we have a rate of, I think, 70% the people they're coming back. Maybe they're not go there for 1 year, they're coming back the next year. So, and I think they lost a little bit the magic if you do it the second time per year.
I think so too. If I had to choose between the weekend in Madeira or the weekend in Patagonia, or I don't know, I would like, what's the added value?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you can reproduce. So Nico has a picnic electronique, which is a summer festival split over all the weekends of the summer, and he started doing them in Barcelona a few years ago, and so it runs in parallel. Can you imagine exporting the Igloo Fest? Are you're on it?
Yes.
But not to Barcelona.
Huh? No, I don't think that would be a good idea, though. Yes, we think that the concept can be transposed or exported.
Moscow.
No, but I know that it's cold, but there's not that much countries. No? Of course, you can. Up north, there's Sweden, Norway, Denmark might have been.
We have this land very close to the North Pole.
Yeah.
Svalbard. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Come on.
So maybe one day. So of course, like you said, we started Barcelona last summer. It went well. We doubled the dates this year. It will be 15 dates, and we're working as well on other cities in Europe. But we're expecting to do the same thing with Igloo Fest. Of course, the weather thing is it's a real matter to expect. It needs to be cold enough. We had an opportunity in Toronto, which is near Montreal, but it was not cold enough, and that's why we didn't jump in the idea. So, yes, we could, but we were trying to manage the evolution, not to go too fast, because once we're in the city, we want to stay there and stay long. So we need to go step by step.
Yeah, I was wondering also, maybe I can, if you have questions, don't hesitate to interrupt and join us. Huh? But I was wondering about the local, the impact on locals. In Trænafestivalen, it's clear if you don't do the festival, then darkness will come. And okay, how is it in Madeira? I mean, this is really a dead city.
Very good question. No locals.
Nobody. It's really a ghost town.
We have maybe 5 or 150. Sometimes the guys from the hotel, they force the people, they pay the people to come to the after show. No, it's really hard. We tried. This was the first issue when I come in 5 years ago. I mentioned, hey, we have to work more with the local people, and we tried, but they like it because it's a completely different audience. Normally there are older people. During this time they are completely different. So one of the journalists says, for example, a couple of years ago, it looks like a UFO is landing. So not older people anymore, just people. They're looking different, doing different things. But it's really difficult to get the locals in, even not so many Portuguese people. So we have...
And even there's an art center
yeah.
on the island.
Yeah, I'll tell you about that. They're building this art center when they were really rich. So Madeira were really rich 10 years ago or 15 years ago, I'm not sure. They're building a lot of things. So they're having this unbelievable art center. So you saw the pictures, really good setup. But actually there are not so many things happens there. So there are
not anymore.
Not anymore.
There's no. Are there still artists in Madeira, or did they?
Yeah, we have artists. Not so many, but yeah.
For Træna, the festival it's not just an event or concerts, artists, and it's also very important for the local economy, not just the money economy, also the social economy. Because this is what glues us together, you might say. Now we are working together, the fisherman and the man in the shop, and they don't go together as well daytime. But during the festival, everybody's friends, and we know we have to do this because we also provide, when the festival goes overshoot with money. Advanced. No. Ah? In plus. Yeah, profit, thanks. We take 25 to 30% of that and put it to a cultural fund that the local organizations and groups can apply for money to do things that is good for the community, the local community. And this year they will get 300,000 Norwegian crowns, and that's money in a small community. That's money in Norway anyway. And that's why it's also important. And for the local shop, of course, he earns money. It's important for him. For the hotel or motel or what should I call it, the place where people pay money to sleep. It's not the hotel, it's not very good condition, but it's very nice and very good food. So they also earn money, and everybody is earning money, as I told you about the kids. So it's important that these things works. But it must be like, for the community, for the locals, for the people, it must be like, oh no, it's the Trænafestivalen again, but we have to do this because they are going to give us 300,000 so we can have fun with throughout the year. It's going to be like, yeah, it's exhausting, but it's good. It's good sweat. It gives everybody a good feeling. If you lose the good feeling, drop the festival. I'm telling you, don't do it. If it starts to feel wrong, find another island to do it.
I think this is really important. So it's in your field more than in my field. So Træna, it's completely unknown. Nobody knows that. So you did something. Nobody can. So you can give somebody a lot of money to make a marketing campaign, and he could not do what you did. Yeah. So the island gets very well known. The same is Miss Madeira. So for example, I met Stefan. He was telling me, yeah, of course Madeira, I will come this year. Or the artist, he was talking yesterday outside, the filmmaker. Dan also the same. Madeira, somebody told me in the art gallery in London about that fancy thing. It's something secret. You are involved.
I'm getting the digital in Berlin newsletter.
Okay, you get the newsletter.
I'm getting it.
Yeah, quite boring.
Still.
So, and I think this is the new thing of kind of touristic marketing, not doing boring advertising in television or posters in some other cities, to create really a culture thing or a music thing to make some country or an island well known, and to bring more the younger people. they will live 60 years longer than the older people. Yeah.
Okay, it seems we're coming to the end of the translation, of course. On the end of the Hôtel de Ville, we have to leave, so except if there's a very important question that needs public attention, you can do it downstairs with them or later on with pleasure and with drinks. I think it's a big theme. Before we leave the room, I would first like to thank I would also like to thank you for attending, and I have a bit strange request now, but please don't tell anyone about those things, okay?
Those two.
Those two, yeah, you can, yeah. Just mention the crazy kind of with the ice fetish, but please don't tell about the other things, because otherwise we won't all find a place, you know?